The four speeches that defined Spain's future. Four moments. Four microphones. One future queen. History doesn't always announce itself with fireworks. Sometimes, it arrives quietly, through a young voice standing behind a podium, reading words that will echo far beyond the room. When Princess Leonor speaks, Spain listens. Not because she is famous. Not because she is royal. But because every speech marks a step closer to a historic transformation, the rise of Spain's first reigning queen in 150 years. These are the four speeches that changed how Spain sees its monarchy, and its future. Each one revealed a new layer of leadership. Each one carried a message far bigger than the moment itself. Speech 1. The first address, when Spain met its future queen. Why this speech shocked the nation. Princess Leonor's first public speech was more than ceremonial. It was symbolic. For the first time, Spaniards heard the voice of their future monarch, not as a child, but as a national figure in training. Her delivery surprised many. She was calm, composed, confident beyond her age. There was no nervous hesitation. No royal stiffness. Instead, she spoke with emotional clarity and discipline, signaling that the palace was preparing her seriously. Why it mattered. This speech achieved three things. Introduced Leonor as a national figure. Established her tone of leadership. Reassured the public that succession preparation had begun. For many Spaniards, this was the first time Leonor felt real, not just symbolic. It was the birth of public trust. Speech 2. The Constitution Day speech, loyalty to democracy. Why this speech was politically powerful. When Leonor spoke on Spain's Constitution Day, the message wasn't just patriotic, it was strategic. Spain's monarchy exists within a constitutional framework. This means the crown survives only through democratic legitimacy. Leonor emphasized respect for democratic values, unity of the Spanish people, commitment to constitutional order. In a politically divided country, these words carried heavy weight. What Spain heard. Spain didn't hear a princess. They heard a future head of state pledging loyalty to democracy. This speech positioned Leonor not as an outdated royal figure, but as a modern constitutional leader. It strengthened monarchy credibility at a critical time. Speech 3. The military oath moment, power meets responsibility. Why this speech was different. When Leonor addressed the military during her training period, it marked a turning point. This was no longer ceremonial royalty. This was leadership through service. She spoke about duty to Spain, sacrifice, national unity, responsibility to protect constitutional values. Standing in uniform, her words carried symbolic power. Why it changed public perception. Many Spaniards saw this as proof that Leonor was not just inheriting a throne, she was earning authority. It humanized her discipline. It showed commitment beyond privilege. This speech transformed her image from future queen to future leader. Speech 4. The Princess of Asturias Awards speech, emotional leadership. Why this speech went viral. This speech touched hearts. Unlike earlier formal addresses, this one revealed emotional intelligence. Leonor spoke about culture, education, youth responsibility, Spain's global role. Her tone balanced authority with warmth. Social media reacted immediately. Clips circulated widely. Viewers commented on her maturity, clarity, and emotional depth. Why it defined her leadership style. This speech proved Leonor could inspire emotionally, communicate with younger generations, represent Spain culturally. It established her as more than a ceremonial figure. It revealed leadership with personality. Why these four speeches matter together. Individually, each speech marked progress. Together, they created a leadership narrative. Keycap 1 Introduction of authority. Keycap 2 Commitment to democracy. Keycap 3 Proof of discipline. Keycap 4 Emotional connection with citizens. This sequence wasn't accidental. It was strategic. It showed Spain that Leonor isn't being rushed, she's being prepared. The psychological impact on the public. After these speeches, public perception shifted. Polls and public commentary showed increased interest and approval of Leonor as future monarch. Why? Because people connect with voices. Faces inspire emotion. Words build trust. Leonor's speeches humanized the monarchy during a time when public trust needed rebuilding. Why these speeches matter more than ceremonies. Royal ceremonies are symbolic. Speeches are personal. When Leonor speaks, she reveals her values, her emotional intelligence, her leadership style, her maturity. This is why her public addresses generate headlines. They show evolution in real time. How these moments separate Leonor from past royals. Past monarchs often relied on tradition. Leonor relies on communication. She speaks directly to citizens. She addresses modern challenges. She connects emotionally with younger audiences. This modern communication style reflects a monarchy adapting to digital culture. The pressure behind every word. Behind each speech lies intense preparation. Speech coaching, diplomatic guidance, psychological training, media strategy. Nothing is improvised. Every word is reviewed. Every phrase is intentional. This pressure builds leadership discipline early. Why Spain is watching her closely. Spain isn't just watching a princess grow. They're watching the future of the monarchy unfold. Each speech becomes a test. Can she lead? Can she inspire? Can she unify? So far, she has passed every milestone. The global reaction. International media outlets now cover Leonor's speeches. Royal watchers analyze her posture, tone, and message delivery. Foreign leaders pay attention. Spain's future queen is becoming globally recognized. What this means for her future reign. These 4 speeches set the foundation for Leonor's future reign. They established leadership credibility, emotional authority, political neutrality, national symbolism. When she ascends the throne, these moments will be remembered as the beginning. Why young people connect with Leonor. Leonor speaks in a way that feels relatable to younger generations. She addresses education, responsibility, global challenges, youth involvement. This connection is essential for monarchy survival. Young audiences are the future supporters of the institution. The crown is built on words before gold. Crowns symbolize power. But leadership is built on communication. Leonor's speeches are shaping how Spain will accept her reign long before coronation day. Words are building her legacy. The hidden strategy behind timing. These speeches weren't random. They were released during national celebrations, institutional transitions, military milestones, cultural ceremonies. Each moment amplified public impact. Will there be more defining speeches ahead? Absolutely. As Leonor continues military training and official duties, more key addresses will shape her public image. Each new speech adds a chapter to her leadership story. Conclusion. 4 speeches that changed Spain's royal timeline. Princess Leonor didn't wait for a crown to begin leading. She began with words, with discipline, with emotional intelligence, with strategic communication. These 4 speeches didn't just define her growth, they defined Spain's royal future. And as she continues stepping closer to the throne,
one thing is clear. History isn't waiting, it's already listening.